Blown across Nigeria is the wind of hope as Africa's young entrepreneurs with the same dream take a break from their everyday lives and embark on a journey across the nation with their ideas, innovations, and inventions. From the east, west, north, and south of Nigeria, we will witness as they make their way through the screening and auditioning to meet and convince the A.Y.E judges why they should be among the chosen beneficiaries.
But we're not the clients. The clients are the people who are buying it. And you haven't got a solution that makes sense to a client. And that's a fail.
No, I'm coming. This is new idea and new business.
But you don't really have a very strong structure of how you see your vision practically moving forward. You know, it feels very loose to me. I think you should have sat with them before you come here.
You should not allow this idea to be sacrificed at the altar of technicalities, because I have a dream.
We will experience their passion.
Sir, I have to prove the whole world wrong.
You want to prove the whole world wrong?
Yes, sir.
Their pain.
Get out of here.
And their gain.
You're getting the money you're requesting for.
A.Y.E judges creatively teach business skills and help build capacity for entrepreneurial growth. Their advice, comments, and support can create huge value change.
I have high expectation for this program because personally I've gone through their history, and they are high-profile people, and I'm personally I have prepared well, and as a young entrepreneur, I believe I'll be able to answer some of the questions.
Agropreneur Longji Kumdet is involved in the processing, distribution, and packaging of seasoned snails. He hopes to expand his business.
I'm Longji Kumdet, an agropreneur, and I'm into snail breeding. Snails are slow-growing creatures that take an average of 18 months to reach maturity. And this slow growth makes it difficult for farmers to meet customers' rising demand, thereby creating scarcity and making the product expensive in the market. Now, as a team in Greenhouse Integrated Farms, we breed in greenhouses in order to make snails grow more faster. We provide optimal conditions for them in order to make them grow faster so we can meet the demand in the market. Secondly, we have integrated a vertical system of farming that helps us increase our production output in a square meter so we can produce more snails. Now, we source snails from local farmers at 200 and we sell to the market at 500. Or we can sell to hotels, restaurants, and bars at 700. We have a total of 50 customers around Nasarawa, where we are located, and Abuja. But our production capacity can only service 15 customers. That is why we have come to A.Y.E to help us with equipment in order to boost our production capacity.
How many months will it take? You said it normally takes 18 months naturally?
Yes,
so
to grow snails to maturity.
And how many months is it going to take with you?
6 months. We buy them at 9 months. We breed them for a period of 6 months and sell.
Oh, this is ready to eat snail?
Yeah, yes.
It's already cooked?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, just processed, sorry.
Longji's presentation is fluent and informative. But is it enough to earn him his desired outcome? He's asked to leave while the A.Y.E judges decide his fate.
I think he'll qualify for a loan, not a grant. He should, because if he's making that kind of income, he's profitable and he can pay it over a certain period.
Smiling in the dark room, Longji seems to know something we don't. Well, let's find out if the smiles will prevail.
You're smiling.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Something tells me to come out positive.
Something tells you it's going to be positive.
Yeah, I'm confident.
Something tells you it's going to be positive.
Yes.
It is positive.
Yeah.
We are supporting you.
Yeah. I feel very, very happy because I want to encourage young entrepreneurs out there to keep on and pushing on. I was here, I applied last year. Unfortunately, I could not get it, but I did not relent. I applied this year, and as God will make it, being selected.
Well, my expectations from the judges are a positive response to my business because I invested a lot in it and I had a test run of it and saw the outcome. So I believe it is something that is worth doing and worth invested in. A few months ago, early this year, January to be precise, I ventured into Irish potato production, and I started with a little scale, like 50,000 naira, and of course, in the space of 3 months, I was able to get a nice result, which hopefully is pushing me to venture into a larger scale this time around. Excuse me.
Did you say 3 months?
Yes, 3 months.
You're operating from Taraba State?
Sorry?
Where do you...
No, in Plateau State. I am from Taraba State, but
okay.
the farm is in Plateau State.
Potatoes.
Tell us more.
Sorry?
Tell us more. Just...
Okay, so it's a potato farm to be precise, Irish potato. So I intend to go into the production in a large scale, so that we'll be able to be one of the biggest suppliers within the state and the country as a whole. So usually the plantation takes 3 months. That was why I mentioned 3 months in the first instance. So the actual farming took place around March, from March to June, July. That was when I saw the harvest.
What are you looking for?
Sorry?
What are you looking for?
In terms of amount?
How much, yeah?
Yeah, 2 million naira.
What's the breakdown?
I like the way he talks. He's talking like he knows that we have his money. Like we have his money. Like there's a part of his money with us.
Well, he knows his business. He seems to know his business.
John veered into the agricultural industry out of inspiration from his mom, who is a farmer. He has since concentrated on the farming and distribution of Irish potatoes. With the right figures and a proper market survey, John has earned the attention of the judges.
What I would recommend is that we give you funding for leasing the land, the same size of land, or maybe double its size, okay? And the seedlings as well, for the same piece of land or double its size. This way, you grow slowly. But don't put all your eggs in one basket because you're gonna get burned. Do you understand? You put in 50, you made 150,000 naira. So you have an opportunity to make another 150,000 naira or 300,000 naira, correct?
Yeah, I think when you go very big, without the infrastructure, without the labor, you're going to, that 5 million you're speaking about will be diminished completely. And also the major risk of not selling the current stock is a worry. Obviously, there isn't a market that you can readily access.
I'm dead keen to see you succeed. I'm dead keen to see you succeed. Take it slow and get it right.
We still have your money with us, maybe not the right time. Go do the right thing. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
It is obvious that John still has some unfinished work to do. The A.Y.E judges believe in the potato farmer, gave him some keen advice, and wished him well.
The response from the judges was great, and going in there, going for what I'm looking for, and them confirming it and putting more light on where I need improvements. At the end of the day, I was able to get the funding I need to kick off the project.
Are you an African entrepreneur? Get funding for your business or idea with Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Empowerment Fund. A.Y.E. One event, 10 activities, 100 exhibitors, and 10,000 entrepreneurs. The largest gathering of entrepreneurs in Africa is coming. A.Y.E. I have a question for you. What happens when life emergencies happen? What happens to you when you are in need of urgent funds?
No,
I want my money now.
What will happen if you suddenly need a doctor or lawyer's advice in a critical moment?
Hey, what will I do now? What will I do?
The big question is this: who will trust you enough to come to your aid? A.Y.E. Trust Fund. Join the trusted community today.
I need two things from A.Y.E. The first one is I would like to learn more about entrepreneurship. Secondly, I would like to network with like-minded Africans, because our goal is to train 20 million Africans by 2025. And the third thing we need is a grant of about 3.5 million. Peradventure we don't get help, we are going to move on and solicit for more help, or we are going to focus more on getting more customers. We're going to work on ourselves and get better at what we do.
A.Y.E. Anderson, a young African with 7 years' experience, harnessed his love for computers and went into software development at a young age.
I'm a software developer and entrepreneur from Ondo State, Nigeria. I have over 7 years' experience in software development, and within this time I've been able to work with several companies before starting mine, called Slazor Limited.
Due to the global craze and need for all things IT in general, and software in particular, as the continent goes digital, there is the inevitable emergence of entrepreneurial software development hubs all across Africa. Nigeria's tech sector is becoming an example of repatriate entrepreneurs, reversing some of Africa's brain drain and reshaping the continent's global linkages through IT.
So at Slazor, we do two basic things. The first thing is software development. We help global organizations solve their technological problems. In Ondo State, over 20% of the businesses in Ondo State cannot properly manage their data. Over 20%. So over 20% can manage their data, and a whopping 30% don't bother about data management. We hear our customers say things like they are losing their items, but they don't know how it is going. People are stealing their money, but they can't catch these people. So we came up with a solution called Prandy. Prandy is like a management system. And before we made the product, we already sold it through demo. We already sold the demo to about 20 businesses. After we made the product, we heard the woman, she said, nowadays, instead of going to the office, let's sit in our house and start checking the progress at our workplace. And that's the way that we carried out. We realized that in Ondo State, over 40% of the businesses, only 40% have a website. And among these 40%, about 29 of them manage it. So that means that the main percentage are redundant. They're just there like dummy text. Over the years, we've been able to develop over 80 solutions in form of websites, mobile apps. The other thing that we'll do at Slazor Limited is training. Our vision is to create a skilled Africa. And to achieve this, we have a foundation called TNG Africa that plans to train 20 million Africans by 2025. To date, we've trained over 20,000 in Nigeria and Ghana only. Our major selling point for our customers is that we develop our solutions very, very fast. A normal website, a simple website, can be done in less than 48 hours. Second selling point is that we make sure our customers are happy with our products because we leverage on their referral. So if they are not happy with our products, they won't refer us to their friends. Our achievements to date are the following. First of all, we've been able to create job employment for over 500 Africans, although in Nigeria and Ghana only. They work with us as developers, full-time and part-time. Some of them have accounts on freelancing websites. When they have products, we share the benefits. We also, our other achievement is that we have trained over 20,000 in Nigeria and Ghana. Our goal is to train 20 million by 2025. Next achievement is that we have created over 80 commercial solutions. 80 commercial solutions. Our goal is to create about 5,000 by 2025. What we need from A.Y.E are three things. The first thing we need is we would love to learn from you about entrepreneurship. We would love to grow our business through your influence. Second thing we need is we would love to network with fellow Africans. Because I said earlier, one of our goals is to train 20 million Africans by 2025. And then we've only been able to train about 20,000 in Nigeria and Ghana only. So we need your contact to move forward. The third thing we need from you is a grant of 3.5 million. Our goal is actually to get 6 million naira, but we, Slazor Limited, will come up with 2.5 ourselves. We need you to help us with 3.5 million. What the money will be used to do is the following. First, we will get a befitting office. Last week, a customer called me on the phone and said, Anderson, I'm at Premier Hub. And I'm like, okay. And he said, have you seen that structure here? It's very, very nice. I'm like, we can teach you very well. Come to the office. Don't worry, we'll get structures in a few months' time. Okay. We also need to get equipment for the office. Currently, especially I'm a software developer, and then most of us work on a computer of 4 gig RAM. It is good using a computer of 4 gig RAM to do Microsoft Word. When you're opening Android Studio, it is very, very slow. Sometimes we have to on the computer and move away from the table and wait a little for it to boot up while we come back. That is really, really slowing our productivity. The money will also be used to get more customers through online and offline advertisement. That is, we'll go out and meet more customers while we draw social media apps online to get more customers. Finally, in 2017, we trained 1,500 hearing impaired students. Hearing impaired students as in deaf students in their school. We trained them on how to code. It was not easy because the first week we had to learn sign language. We learned sign language. We trained them. We've been able to create over 80 commercial solutions, and we've been able to train over 20,000 in Nigeria and Ghana. We've done all these things without the help of a sponsor, of an external company, of a force. We've only done this thing through our joint efforts in the company. Imagine how far we will go if a company like A.Y.E believes in us and invests in us.
With an inspiring pitch, It seems Anderson has captured the interest of the judges, but sometimes things are not always as they seem.
Anderson, are you a non-profit?
Sir?
Do you charge for this training and everything?
Yes, we have a structure of how we train. When we are training the less privileged, we don't
Do you charge them?
We don't charge the less privileged.
So is your organization non-profit?
Yes, the foundation is non-profit.
It's non-profit.
Yes.
The software and all this to help the business, is it also free?
No, it is not free.
It's not free.
Yes.
So you are for profit?
Yes.
Anderson.
Sir?
Can I hug you? Yes. I've been waiting for you for a long time.
Remarkable. This has never happened in the history of the A.Y.E show. Wow.
I'm willing to partner
The
with
president embraces Anderson.
I don't know.
What a score.
I can feel you from deep within. And I will partner with you. I don't know if they've got more questions to ask you, but I am going to partner with you. And I'm going to give you this. So this is a piece of me, and I just see you representing Africa, and I hope that this is going to open doors for you.
Thank you very much.
So I'll be in touch, all right?
The judges are pleased. With an endorsement from the A.Y.E president and an A.Y.E presidential lapel pin, Anderson leaves with a life-changing encounter.
It was amazing. I got a hug from the president today, and I've been following him on social media for a long time. But getting a hug from him today made my day. It was a life-changing experience. I don't really understand the full concept yet because he said it is part of him that is given to me. So I can't really explain how much this is, but I know it is worth a lot. I would like to say this to the president. Thank you very much, sir. I really, really appreciate, and I will never let you or A.Y.E down.
My expectations are to prove my method to the judges, to prove that this business idea, which I'm about to sell out to the judges, is a very viable and sustainable business plan that will stand the test of time. Thank you.
Joseph is an entrepreneur who intends to aid the livelihood of market women with a microfinance plan.
My name is A.Y.E Joseph. I'm from Benue State, and the company name is MATFIN, which means Market Traders Microfinance Institution of Nigeria. MATFIN has an intended intervention into the microfinance subsector of the Nigerian economy. It's not only poised towards providing funding capital to businesses in the marketplace, but it ensures that the low-income earners, who make up about 90% of this trading population, are able to access our financial products to raise their income and improve their livelihoods in terms of health, nutrition and hygiene, assets building, as well as education for their children.
Microfinance is the delivery of financial services such as loans and deposits to the poor and low-income households and to micro-enterprise. According to the World Bank, a remarkable expansion in formal microfinance lenders contributed to increased access to credit. Nearly 3 billion people in developing countries have little or no access to formal financial services that can help them increase their income and improve their lives.
MATFIN, as an institution, projects to finance these traders to the tune of 276,800,000 naira from the 5 million naira loan it is requesting. MATFIN flows an uncommon business model in this subsector by issuing out loans before commencing savings. This marketing strategy is targeted at reducing the loan bottlenecks that these traders experience in the marketplace. The MFI, as an organization, has floated financial products that are tailored to the needs of these traders. We have a wide variety of financial products. We have savings, which have been divided into two. We have compulsory savings, and then we have what we call voluntary savings. We have named the voluntary savings Candy, meaning drop. It's a cheap word that means you drop. Then we have 6 loan financial products. One of the financial products, we call it the table loan. We have the top table loan. We have the shop loan. We have the warehousing. And then we have what we call the group loan and the top-up loans. These financial products are products that are segregated and are accessed by these traders based on their commodity worth and their dedication to repay back, and also their improvements from one stage into another. From the table loan, you can get into the top table loan, and from the top table loan, you can get into the shop table loan based on your performance in the sector.
You need what?
I need 5 million.
5 what?
5 million for refinancing.
5 million?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of fund is this?
It's a loan.
A loan?
Yeah.
So what is your background, first of all? Because it's a financial product, so I'm sure you have a financial background?
Yeah, I have a financial background.
What is that?
I'm experienced in the microfinance subsector, having served on various boards as the financial secretary to so many cooperative societies. I've also received training in the financial world. I've received trainings on making microfinance work. I've received trainings on financial literacy, group development, and business development. I've received training in mentoring of financial cooperatives. I did that here in Lagos, in the Cooperative College. I've received training from the Lapo Institute on financial literacy and record keeping.
Okay. And in this subsector,
yeah,
the microloan subsector in Nigeria, what is the percentage of loans that are not paid back?
Getting to loans, I would say that about 70% of loans are not paid back.
Are not paid back.
And okay, the reason is this. Most loans are misplaced. Most of these loans that are taken by these individuals are used to finance lifestyle. You don't take a loan to finance a lifestyle. You take a loan and you put it in a productive business, which pays back the loan without you sweating.
So how do you mitigate that? How are you going to mitigate that?
Mitigation. That is why MyFin is going to the marketplace, to finance existing businesses.
Yeah, what if they also fail?
They won't fail, because about 90% of those in the market are women, and women don't fail when it comes to repayment of loans.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't.
I have worked with women.
I ran a microfinance, and 90% of our clients were women. Okay.
Okay.
But even then, they're married to men on the other end. Men are known not to pay back their
They don't
debt,
pay back loans.
correct?
Yeah.
We both agree on that.
Yeah.
But it turned out that some of that money was also going into financing the family expenses.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that the women didn't want to pay back, it was just the society challenges and the element of the family structure.
It is when the women don't have existing businesses. These women, they have businesses in the market environment.
You can't stand here today and tell me that just because you've given loan to a group of women in Nigeria, the repayment rate, the default rate is extremely high in the microfinance sector in Nigeria. It's statistics. It's nothing to do with you, and it's nothing to do with anybody else's business, right? It's been happening, and it will continue to happen. So if the risk is high, even if you reduce this risk from 70% to something else, right? How do you mitigate that? I had just asked you that. How are you going to make sure that these loans are repaid?
Okay. One of the mitigating factors MATFIN has put in place is monitoring and evaluation. We have strict monitoring from our staff of these traders. Before we give you a loan, we know that you have an existing business and you are doing your business in that particular market, and you have the capacity to pay. Do you understand? And then MATFIN has floated a daily collection. Are you understanding me? A daily collection. We come to you, we meet you on a daily basis. We know your challenges.
Joseph is fueled by passion and belief in his startup business.
Okay, so I hear you've got a mitigation strategy, and
Yes.
it's very resource intensive. I get that, daily collections and stuff. So what do you think your default rate will be?
I'm taking about 0.2%.
So
That's what I'm taking. 0.2%.
Okay, and
the
then
default rate.
Then the question I want to ask you is, you're going to charge interest, right?
Yeah, I'm going to charge interest.
Okay, and you're going to take a loan, so you're going to be charged interest as
Yes.
well on your loan.
Yes.
So what is the difference between your rate and the rate you're going to pay? What do you think it should be?
Matfin is charging 15% interest, which is very low.
Per annum?
15% interest.
Per annum? Per year?
Per loan, not per loan.
And how long is the loan for?
The loan, like we are going to start at 20,000.
No, how long? How long? So I take a loan for
It's
how
6
long?
months.
6 months?
6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 30%.
That's the basic, 6 months.
Do you have cycles?
Yeah.
The first cycle is 6 months. What's the second cycle?
The second cycle, when you take 20,000, we take you higher.
To 40 or what?
50, no, we don't go 40, we take you 50. So at 50, we are looking at the second cycle, 1 year.
So what rate would you be getting the loan at from A.Y.E?
I was thinking of, I knew that A.Y.E would give me a loan at a single digit.
So a single digit would be 9%.
Let's take a 9,
Between,
which is...
between 1 and 9%.
Okay.
Yeah. So that will be able to break even.
For how long?
If you look at my proposal, I am making a profit of 60 million at the end of one financial year. So at the end of the first financial year, I should be able to pay the loan. Just 1 year.
Joseph, let me ask you. You said you needed 5 million from A.Y.E.
Yeah.
That 5 million, you've broken it down to equipment and working capital.
Yes.
How much will go into the working capital?
The working capital is going to go up about 3.6 million. By the equipment, we take 1.4 million.
Okay, this 3.6 million, is it all going to lending?
Yes.
All of it
it's
will
going
go to lending.
All is going to lending.
Okay, and you're looking at starting with how many borrowers?
I'm looking at starting with 20 borrowers for the first week. The second week, I give 1 million.
To complete the cycles.
1 million the first week, 20 borrowers. Is it 20 or 50? 20,000 per borrower. That is 50 borrowers. Yeah, it's 50, not 20. Then the next week,
50, I didn't understand.
50,000 naira.
Each.
50,000 naira each.
Each woman.
For the first cycle.
For the yeah. The second week, I go with 50,000, making 1 million. The third week, I go with 50,000 because I have a moratorium of 3 weeks. They start repayment the fourth week. So the fourth week, I might have exhausted. I will only have 600,000. Then I will give about 30 women loans.
Suppose you gave me the loan and
Yeah.
I didn't pay back. What happens to me?
I have a strategy. In the marketplace, there is always a market leader.
So what happens? I don't pay. What happens?
If you don't pay, there is a way I will recover my money from you.
I want to know
you
that
have
way.
guarantors.
You have guarantors for the loan?
Yes.
Okay.
You have guarantors that are savers with my financial institution. So they will help me recover the loan from you.
I see.
It's very simple.
I see. Have you licensed the business?
I put it up, it's a startup business.
Yeah, but for microfinance bank.
No, it's not a microfinance bank.
It's a what?
The microfinance banks are regulated.
Okay, so what are you
The
going
microfinance institutions in Nigeria, they are not regulated. I am licensed to operate all over the country. I can operate in Lagos, in Abuja.
But you're not allowed to be deposit taking. You're aware of that. You're not allowed to collect deposits. If you're a microfinance institution, you're not allowed. Only a microfinance bank gets a license from your CBK, Central Bank.
No, a
of Nigeria,
microfinance
CBN.
bank is regulated by the central bank.
Correct, because they're allowed to take deposits. That's the
But
difference.
they have other criteria. We have the unit banks that operate only within that local government. Then we have the state banks that operate only within the state. And we have the national banks that operate
What I'm
in
saying
the
to
country.
you is...
But a microfinance institution, as an institution, I can operate in Lagos. I can operate
I'm
in
not talking about
Ogun.
operations.
So who regulates you? Where do you get
They're not
registered?
regulated.
They're not regulated.
They're not regulated, but you're not allowed to take deposits. You need a license to take those deposits. Are you aware of that?
I am not aware of that.
That is the
because
difference between a microfinance bank and a microfinance
we don't
institution.
take deposits. What we do is savings.
I'm talking about those savings.
Yeah.
You need a license, no?
But in Nigeria, we don't take deposits. You know, cooperative societies.
Yeah.
You know what is called cooperative societies? There are some that they call village savings and credit groups. These are unregistered cooperatives that take savings from their customers, from their members. So as a microfinance institution operating inside the market, those that are registered under me become automatically
They do
my
that
members.
because it's like a circle
They are my
cooperative works,
members.
it's an agreement.
So as my member, you can save with me. There are daily savings contributory systems that work in the market environment.
So are you going to commence with the
I'm commencing with loans.
Loans first.
First, before.
But now,
savings.
if you're going to commence with loans first, and those guarantors you want to hold them back because of their savings, what if you've dished out the loans and you ain't got enough people saving already? So those guarantors
One of the
will be
marketing
worthless.
strategy you
Yeah.
should understand when you look at the trader money that the federal government has floated. When you go into the marketplace, you will understand what I am saying. These market people, they need this money to finance their businesses. They need this money.
I don't dispute the fact that you've got experience. And experience can play a very key role here. You know, I don't want to throw that to the garbage. It's a lot of experience, which I think that can transform into something. But for us to think this conversation we had right now, it's money matter, real money matter now. It's not just grants, loans, or investment right now. It's real financial discussion that has to be to play. I would like to extend this conversation for me personally. I don't know.
Just one thing, right?
Yeah.
So you want to charge 15% interest, correct?
Yes.
That interest, is it annual or is it each cycle?
It's per cycle.
Per cycle.
Yes.
You see, this is exactly what is wrong with our people. And when I say people, I mean this continent. You're going to people who are small-scale traders and small earners, okay? And you're charging them an exorbitant rate, okay? If you're going to be a micro fund, then you need to charge single digit. Otherwise, you're not adding value to those people's lives.
Okay, let me come in. I served on the board as a financial secretary. Most of the financial institutions in my state, that's Benue State, what they do is they charge 10% at source. If you want to borrow 100,000, I give you 90,000. I collect 10,000, but you are paying 100,000. What does that amount to?
No, I'm not saying...
Wait, I'm
Okay.
coming.
Okay.
What does that amount to? It amounts to 20%.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Very good.
So you're charging less than them.
I'm charging less than them.
That's not my point. My point is that microfinance should remain micro. And that's exactly the problem. There's arguments now that even in IPOs for microfinance banks, the first beneficiaries should not be the people who are able to afford that stock and buy that stock. It should be the people who actually borrow from that microfinance institution or microfinance bank. And this is my argument. You're putting these people in much more poverty and debt. I'll tell you why. No. It doesn't matter if the people are doing it. It doesn't matter if Nigeria is doing it. It doesn't matter, okay? If you are really a social lender and you really want to improve these people's lives, you should reduce your margins and say, I'm going to lend it to you a single digit. If you had stood here and said, I want A.Y.E to be able to lend this money to me at 2% because I don't want to put burden on these people I want to support for 5-6%, but you coming here and saying, I'm going to charge 15%, but mine is a little bit lower than what they normally charge 20%. I wouldn't even give you that money. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You are in this business for you. You're not in this business to help these people.
Okay, let me clear you. I had written proposals to the Central Bank of Nigeria. Some of my financial cooperatives accessed that money, the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Fund. It was given at 2% interest. And what the Central Bank did, they had a checklist. They said, you don't give this money above 9% to your customers. We are partners in business. This is a projected interest rate. I'm projecting the interest rate. If you say you are not comfortable because it will not impact on the social aspect of these low-income earners' lives, I can bring it down. It depends on how you are giving me the loan. If I give me at 2%, why do I sell it at 15%?
No, you showcased greed when you stood here. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be attacking you. Lagos State also has a fund for 1%. The reason the central bank is giving 2% is so that the extension, as a government body, their job is also to stimulate the economy and help these people. They're doing that so that you don't burden these people. But you came here and you said 15%, right? And this is just one cycle of 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the business of Shylock. You're in the business of, no, you're in the business of you, making money for you.
Money lenders give this money
and
out
what
at
we do
30%.
here, no, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to explain to you, whether it's 40, 80, 90, it doesn't matter.
What I wanted you to understand is this. Everything I'm saying here, they are projected. This is a startup business. Are you getting me? Everything I'm saying here, they are projected.
You calculated.
They're
Your,
open for negotiation.
no, you showed here with your profits.
No.
You told us it's going to make 60 million.
It depends.
Did you not calculate the profits already?
It depends on
the businessman.
No, it depends on how much you are going to give me. How much percent? If I give me at 0%, why do I charge 15%?
Yeah, you should have come and proposed that to us. You should have come and proposed that to us.
No. I don't know what you are giving. How much percentage you are giving me? So I have to have a baseline.
This is what I'll say to you.
Because
okay?
the Shylock, the money lenders, I operate where these money lenders, I have received money from this money
Joseph,
lenders.
let me say
what
this
they
to
give
you.
is 30% per month. 30% per month. That is what they give. That is the baseline.
Joseph, they're not here to present. We're talking about you, not them.
I'm giving reference.
And let me say this, right? What we do here is improve lives.
Yeah.
If I gave you that loan and you gave it to those 15%,
I won't.
You would be devastating them, right? And for me, it's a no.
I won't.
You're not a social lender. I'm sorry.
No, I won't.
I think you're onto something. You know, it's not for me personally. For one reason, well, for two reasons. 15%, 9%, whatever rate you end up charging. You've taken out the risk element according to you. Your mitigation strategy, you're only going to lose 0.2% of the loans you give out, which is negligible. So microloans, very high interest rate because it's very high risk. You have hardly any risk whatsoever with your business model. But what scares me is when a man's choosing to only give loans to women. That's what scares me. Ibarra gave loans to women, and she's a woman. That scares me.
I'll give you a scenario. We have what we call Development Exchange Commission. I think it's coming from Dutch. They have their headquarters in Bauchi. They give loans only to women. They don't give loans to men. Because they have done series of researches. And they've discovered that women pay back loans.
I agree with him on that. Not only pay back loans, that women support the family stronger if they empower it. So the facts do support that.
Than men. A man can collect a loan and finance a lifestyle, marry a wife, buy a car, build a house.
I'm not disputing that.
Yes.
I'm saying for me personally, what scares me is when a man is saying, I'm only giving loans to women because you can go and intimidate them to get your money back, etc.
This is a very strong pillar to the organization.
Yeah,
and you did not get that right. You're not on the right side of her heart. So if you have to say something to her to change her mind in 30 seconds.
You're not going to change it. Microfinance, it's called micro for a reason, right? It's small loans and the interest rate should be low as well. You're in business. What I'd recommend is you go to a bank, borrow, and then go charge that 30%, but not on my conscience.
As I earlier said, and I still maintain my stand, these are projected figures. This is just a proposal. These are projected figures. This is just a proposal. We call it a business proposal. If you want me to give the loan at single digit, why do I give it? I don't want to burden these women because I know what these women pass through in the market environment. You understand? Most of these women, they spread their wares on the floor, calling out to buyers to come and patronize them. so that they can put that dinner together.
The organization's doing that already, right? And that's what they've been structured to do. But you came here and you quoted. See, when a man shows you who is the first time, you believe him. And that applies to a woman too. You said 15%, and you said you're going to make 60 million naira. And you wanted to impress us with those figures. But you didn't think about the people you wanted to serve. I can't add any more to this. It's a no from me.
Judge Ibada doubts his intentions and aims to protect the customers.
You came for the women and a woman is against you.
Undeterred, Joseph pitches to earn funding, but how did it turn out for him?
I'm sorry?
I just want to have something to say.
Close with the closing statement.
Matfin is an organization and it's a dream that has been nurtured for a very long time. What I was coming here to do and to say was that you should not allow this idea to be sacrificed at the altar of technicalities, because I have a dream to make Matfin a household name in Nigeria. Just like you have Lapo, you have Dek. Everything I've said, if you hinge on the technicalities and allow this dream to go down the drain, you might not go into the market. I have gone into the market. I have seen how these women queue up, how they crave for the market money. So if I allow this dream, this idea to be sacrificed just because of technicalities, you'll be depriving so many women of the ability to get out of poverty and attain financial freedom. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the closing statement. Giving us something to think about and to sleep on. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
One event, 10 activities, 100 exhibitors, and 10,000 entrepreneurs. The largest gathering of entrepreneurs in Africa is coming. A.Y.E. Are you an African entrepreneur? Get funding for your business or idea with Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Empowerment Fund. A.Y.E. The largest gathering of entrepreneurs is here again. Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Annual Convention at the International Conference Center, The Dome, Akure, December 14, 2019. To register, visit www.ayeonline.org/convention.
It has been a wonderful experience, and I hope that A.Y.E rescinds on his decision, because the idea I have is something that will make meaningful impact on the society, and I hope they'll call me back.
I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Special thanks to our technical partner, IBST. Join us same time next week.
Next on Africa's Young Entrepreneurs,
Did you say 526?
Yes.
In Nigeria?
Yes, we are currently the 3rd place in the world.
Oh, there's more?
In the world, yes.
I understand you, and I will invest in that. I can see the risks.